This is the Experienced Pros Radio Show. Got an opinion or want to ask us a question? Email radio@experiencepros.com or message us on the Experienced Pros Facebook page, and we'll interact with you live on the show.
Hey, welcome back to the Experienced Pros Radio Show. Sally We're sitting in for Angel Tussey. Sally, thanks for being here.
Here we go, rocking and rolling.
Here we go. It's life in the fast lane.
Absolutely.
Let's just shift gears here for just a minute. The vast majority of married women, which is about 80%, outlived their husbands, according to the U.S. Census Bureau. This stark statistic underscores the importance of sound financial planning by the husband to ensure that his widow's security. Yet widows 65 and over comprise a significantly high percentage of the nation's poverty total. According to his 2016 report by the National Institute on Retirement, 20% of 65 and over widows are poor. Our next guest, Peter Bambara, is the CEO and founder of PCB Financial Advisory Group. He's been featured in many publications on both local and national levels, such as Fox, NBC, CBS, and ABC. And he is now with us here on the Experienced Pros Radio Show. Peter Bambara, welcome to the Experienced Pros.
All right, Eric. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
It's very nice to have you. And Sally's here with us. I want to ask you about the issue that we're talking about here, that 80% of married women are going to outlive their husbands, and a staggering percentage of them end up in poverty. Is that really true here in America?
Yeah, it's actually, those statistics are pretty on point. You know what it is? It's just really one of the lines of lack of planning. Okay. And you work all these years. Traditionally, you worked at a company 25, 30, 35 years, and you're looking forward to what's what they say is that homeland, which is like the pensions of the days. And you also have Social Security.
But Peter, wait a minute. Hold on for a second. The pensions are done. My dad is 90 years old. He had a pension, but we change jobs like we change underwear here in the U.S. today.
Absolutely.
So how do we get to if pension is the answer, or at least it used to be the answer, if pension is no longer on, do you know a company that offers pensions today?
There's not many companies offering pensions today. And the companies that are offering pensions, see, it's lack of planning when choosing the pension options, keyword options.
Okay. So what are those pension options that the companies need to communicate and then actually we need to finalize?
Absolutely. So those who are still lucky today, who are actually grandfathered in to actually have those pensions in place, they're not being educated, Eric, in regards to what options should they take. So traditionally, you have a pension and you're going to turn it on and receive income for the rest of your life. But a lot of families don't realize if you turn on an income from a pension plan, God forbid something happens a month or a year or 5 years or 20 years down the road, how was that pension plan set up? So you have something called pension maximization, which means you're taking every penny out of that pension, and that's it. If you die and pass away, there is nothing left over for a spouse. Okay?
Wow. When
it's actually planned out properly, Eric, you can choose options based upon your actual need. So some people are taking the largest options just because they want to get as much money as possible for right now, but they're not understanding spousal protection, how much money you're going to need in the event of a passing. So you actually do have options in place, such as 50% spousal benefit, 25% spousal benefit. So you're not going to receive all the income right now. Basically, you're giving up to receive it much later down the road for a spouse.
I see. I understand. Okay, good deal. And so let me ask you about this. Where are we at with Social Security? Does Social Security kick in, or does it change after a spouse dies?
Yeah, so Social Security is going to be there. We hope, right, for everybody. now,
sorry, inappropriate time to laugh. I apologize.
No, that's it. And everyone basically is on the same page, Eric. But for the reality of it is, everyone understands, for the most part, and we hope they do, that you get the larger of the two. Okay, so we have both spouses. One spouse gets $1,500 a month. Another spouse gets $2,000 a month. If one spouse passes away, you keep the $2,000 and you get rid of the $1,500. It just disappears. Okay. So a lot of families today aren't planning for the loss of additional income, because thinking about it, if you need some kind of a inflation protection vehicle, or you need more income 10 years, 15 years, or even 20 years down the road, and now you have a spouse that passes away and roughly 40% of the monthly income is gone because you both had very nice Social Security paychecks.
Yeah, you built your budget on something that would evaporate.
That's it. That's it. It's lack of planning. Yeah.
We are talking to Peter Bombara, the CEO and founder of PCB Financial Advisory Group. How do you want our listeners to follow you and connect with you, Peter?
Sure. You can check us out on our website, pcbfinancial.com, and sign up to any of our newsletters as well as a checklist. And it's pretty easy from there.
And I can tell from your accent, you're from South Houston. Is that right?
New York.
New York. Proud and card carrying. I love it.
That's it.
All right. So I got time for about another question here, maybe two. Give us the idea of what a complete checklist looks like.
Yeah. So, Eric, a lot of families don't really understand how to make changes. Okay. And some families feel that it's too late because they're already retired and they already took care of their investments when they were basically going to leave the workforce. It's actually wrong. Okay. Whether you're already retired or you're planning for retirement, anywhere from 5 to 10 years out, there are checklists in place where you should start to identify what needs to happen. So if it's already late and you already took care of your pension options, well, it's not too late on your investments, because what we find is, even though that income is already set up, now, if it was set up the wrong way, the next step is to make sure your current investments are set up the right way.
Yes.
So any kind of loss of income is there in the future. Now you have a cushion to lean back on because you properly set up your investments. So the checklist has to do with your income planning questions, Social Security questions, as well as how kind of investments are set up.
Let me check with my local financial advisor here. What do you think, Sally? Is this solid?
Yes.
Is he spot on?
Yes, he's spot on.
All right,
he's
Peter,
spot on.
You earned yourself another invite back to the program. I've got about 30 seconds before we got to go. When is the best time to seek help from a financial professional?
You know what it is? The first best time is yesterday.
Yep.
The second best time is today.
I love
it.
The
third best time is tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's basically it. It's never too late. Doesn't matter if you're already retired or planning for a retirement. It's never too late to get a second pair of eyes to understand you're crossing the T's and you're dotting the I's.
PCBfinancial.com. That's PCBfinancial.com. Do you have a phone number real quick, Peter?
732-634-3620.
There it is. Peter Bombara. I like you, man. I think you hit it right out of the park. Thank you so very much. And go your favorite sports team. All right.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Yep. We will return right after these messages. You're listening to Sally We're Eric Raymer. This is the Experience Pros Radio Network.
America's home for